the membership is open to publishers, authors, photographers, cartographers, because one of the silent leakages in photocopying infringement in Trinidad and Tobago has to do with the illegal copying of maps and charts, and so that there are commercial implications to some of these infringements. I think when people hear about photocopying and people wanting to ban photocopying, there's always this perception that that we're trying to prevent people from copying a book here or copying a book there. I think without seeing the commercial implications of some of these things, we are dealing with property, someone else's property, and we have a difficult time in this country conceptualizing property rights, as I'm sure you know, with tangible property. I mean, if we use the analogy with, let's say, pre-deal larceny, it's quite common to hear people saying, well, somebody take a few mangoes, I didn't really nothing, and a fella's trying to eat their food. But if you have an orchard and somebody is pulling up with a pickup and denuding your orchard and moving away with all of it, then clearly people start seeing the difference now that it is really stealing. So that this is the work of people's creativity. And I could well imagine someone sitting down in Tobago right now thinking, with all the problems we are having, why am I concerned about photocopying? What if some creative person in Tobago comes up with a 29-step plan for dealing with tourist compensation, let's say, I mean, just arbitrarily, and wrote a document on that? How would you feel if any tourist destination, somebody in the Pacific, the South Seas, copies that document liberally, goes away with the work of the creativity of someone in Tobago and uses it without responding to the source? What we have in fact set up is the mechanism for your work to be, your rights to be protected, your property rights. If you believe in the concept of property, that there is intellectual property, for it to be protected, in the sense that if someone wants to photocopy a section of that book in the Pacific, there's a reprographic rights organization in the Pacific which would have signed a bilateral with us so that you will get your compensation from the legal copying of your intellectual property.
Well, what kind of fines or penalties are we talking about?
Well, they're onerous. I mean, one has to come to grips with the fact that it is stealing. And the law provides for very, very stiff penalties for infringement. And by definition, we are everyone in tertiary level institutions, all of them are operating now illegally, in the sense that they are not compensating the rights holders for the copying of their work.